Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hello and welcome to another video. I'm Jess and I firstly want to say thank you for tuning in and watching another video. So let's get right to it. First order of operations in maintaining the tiny garden is removing some of this fennel. Yes, it's glorious. Yes, it is a beneficial magnet, but it's also taking up so much real estate now. And so I really need to give it a good trim. And I think it should be okay after I give it a good trim. But this is really too big at this point, and it's taking up like a lot of space. Honestly, this video is not doing it justice. It's so big, and I need some more space for loofah and other things. Right now, I just want you to look at all the bumbles. Look at all the beneficials. They love this spot. Okay, so I need to plant up this cucamelon. Look, if you've been trying to grow cucamelons, the struggle's real. If you have any tips, tricks, or slide slips, look, tell me what they are right now, because your sis I can't get it. I grew them a couple years ago and I grew like 5 of them and I did wonderful. And now, like, for some reason, I have a black thumb when it comes to cucamelon. I don't know what the deal is. However, my mom started these and I have one. I've been babying it. I put some rabbit poop in here and it seems happy. I'm going to put it right next to the irrigation so it has no reason to complain. And we're going to hope for the best. We're going to keep our fingers crossed, hope that it survives. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. I'm going to try again. She has some more starts at home that she started. And we'll go from there. Let's water this baby in because it's a little crunchy over here. There's no mulch, as you can see. But I have to get all that good for this little plant because it's very temperamental. Now, since I didn't bring my machete, I have to use my DeWalt handy knife, which I keep on me all the time anyway. Because you just never know. You need to protect yourself. So, where'd you come from? Okay, so let's get rid of all of this fennel. Like, it's growing in clusters at this point. This plant is over 1 year old. And so it looks like it's just having babies everywhere, because it's not like it's going to see the seed is falling down to the ground and they're spreading back up. No, they're growing from the bottom. Okay, there are little clusters growing all over the bottom of here. So, and then they're like kind of like that. I don't want to eat that. I don't want to put that in pickles. I just want to get rid of some of it. And it's really thick. I don't know why I didn't bring the machete, because the machete would have given this a good 1-2, but I wasn't thinking about it. So we're going to go in with the DeWalt. The DeWalt works really, really good. Shout out to DeWalt if you want to sponsor me. So we're going to cut this back, like all the way back. And then this will free up space. When you have a tiny garden, you have to optimize all the space that you have. And so I really need on the right side of me to have space for my loofahs and some additional melons. And I need to really, really give this spot some compost, a little bit of slow release fertilizer. You guys already know what kind I use. And really give this little area some love, because since this fennel plant has been here, I just kind of let it run me, and I'm tired of that. So I have all this real estate right here, and that is definitely enough space for some melons and stuff. So there's still plenty still left for the beneficials. Hopefully they're not too upset. Oh, look at the spider. You see it? Whew. Lord, I'm going to leave him alone. I'm going to leave him right there. Now let's go succession plant. First things first, we are going to plant up some green beans. and okra.
Also gonna go into
Now, from the other video, you guys already know I did this about 3 weeks ago, and since I succession plant in my garden, I have to do it on rotation. And succession planting is basically when you plant something multiple times so that you can have multiple harvest. And so since I want my harvest of green beans and okra to be like a span of 2 to 3 weeks apart, I am planting additional ones in the same space, in the same bed, but in different areas. I don't know. I might have two seeds in one area. We'll see how they grow. And then, as you can see, there's already stuff growing in here. But I'm also going to pop a couple green beans over here near my watermelons just to give them some extra nitrogen. Yes, green beans also put nitrogen back into the soil.
some more green beans.
I really love these organic ones. They're from, I actually don't even know. So I'll probably leave it down in the comments because I forgot what brand of seeds these are. But whatever type of bush beans, green beans you like, we really love green beans with some bacon and a little bit of potatoes in there is really good too. And so I'm just planting more. Right here you can already see some okra, some Swiss chard, some lettuce. And I think there are some rutabagas about to go to seed right here in this area. And over here the corn is already sprouting. You guys see me plant up the corn. It is already sprouting up. And I'm going to put 1 or 2 okra just on the side of here to give a little bit of shade. Because the weather is heating up, but when you are in a tiny garden, it's really important that every single space is maximized. Like right here, look at the glory. Let's just take a moment. There are multiple things going on here. I have a squash, we have some marigolds, we have some celosia growing up, we have some scabiosa. The purple right there is scabiosa. A tomato right there to the right. You see that tomato plant? Yep, that's a tomato. There's a blueberry behind here. And I kind of just stuff all my stuff together. Look at that. It just works. Look. Right here we have an artichoke, we have some peppers and some yarrow coming up and sunflowers in the middle. And I mean, just look at it, right? There's literally nothing I can say besides wow right here. I did that. And this. Look at pepper row, guys. Right there to the right is all peppers. My pepper daddy is amazing, okay? He got these peppers like so bushy and big and just happy. Tiny garden strategy is definitely all the crooks on the outside of the garden. We put the squash. So right here you can see squash plants, but they're on the outside of the garden so that they stick out. It's a really large plant, but that's a pro tip for me doing a tiny garden for a long time, not just temporarily doing a tiny garden, but a long-term strategy is planting your squash on the exterior border of your tiny garden so that it can bush outward and not inward and take up space. Plant your strawberries, intermingle them with other plants. Look at this strawberry plant, so luscious, right behind a Swiss chard and on the side of a onion. Do you see how many plants are right here in this area right here? A lot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop these runners from growing with my strawberries. So this long part is called a runner. So I'm just going to clip that off because I want all the focus and the nutrients to stay on this plant. Since I have a tiny garden, I cannot have runners all over the place and it'll mat up and tangle up this entire bed. So I always, when I see them, I chop them off. And that's another way how I get really large strawberries in this portion of the garden. Look at that leaf. It's like the size of my hand. Come on. Very healthy. Lettuce, carrots still in the ground right here. Pepper is right next to it. You see, I have mulch down here. And I also covered one of the runners because it got away from me. But once it gets rooted, I'm chopping the other part of it out. I'm going to harvest some of this yarrow. It is a native plant here in California, and it's so beautiful. I think I'm going to take half of these and put them in the front portion of the border. But for now, I'm going to give some of these to a friend.